Parshas Vaeschanan, Shabbos Nachamu, Tafshin Pei Daled. Rabbi say it does not get any better than this. Imagine we dream of consolation, we think of consolation, we hope for consolation, and you have the opportunity to stand right here in the city that very, very soon is just going to get built up, is going to be part of our glory, is going to be part of Klal Yisrael, and the whole world will soon see that Hashem lives amongst His nation, Klal Yisrael, right here in this beautiful city of Yerushalayim. It does not get better than this. And we know that over the past, I looked at our shiurim from the past almost 15 years, and many of the years we speak about the same things, the same theme, and I was thinking to myself, so we should say the same thing again. Does it get old? Does it get tired? But then I thought to myself, if the Navi, at the time that he actually said the Nevuah, Nachamu, Nachamu Ami, he didn't say it once, he said it twice. I think part of the message the Navi might be giving us is that it may take a lot of years, but we have to keep on repeating it. Keep saying the message of consolation over. Keep drilling it into your head. Keep getting it into your brain and understanding that the consolation is there and it's waiting to come, and it will come very soon. And the Shabbos after Tisha B'Av, as we know, is called always Shabbos Nachamu. And the reason it's called Shabbos Nachamu is because of the Haftarah of this week. The Haftarah begins, Nachamu, Nachamu Ami, the Haftarah from Yeshaya Hanavi, that we've taken such a beating throughout history, first of all from the Churban Beis HaMikdash, and all the ensuing other tzaras that Klal Yisrael has had. We've taken such a beating as a nation on Tisha B'Av, and now, as a unit, we long for consolation. And really, this week's Haftarah, the beginning of this week, this is just the beginning of 7 weeks that are called Shiva de Nechemta. This is the tip of the iceberg. We're just getting started with consolation, and we're going to build and build and build every single week until Rosh Hashanah. And it's kedai for everybody just to look and to study a little bit the beautiful words of the Navi that we're going to read every week. First of all, it's very, very heartwarming, very encouraging, and also it's something that's there for a reason. It's there for us to grow from it and to become better people from now to Rosh Hashanah. It's very, very soothing feeling to know just how close Hashem wants to be to us, how close Hashem will be with us, and it also gives us the power to do tshuva. It gives us what we need to do to grow. Believe it or not, Rosh Hashanah, 7 weeks away. It gives us the impetus to do tshuva and understand who we're doing tshuva to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. And so many different things happened to Klal Yisrael over almost the past 2,000 years, and we need to know that whatever you could think of that happened to Klal Yisrael, including what happened this year in Tafshin Pei Daled, and it's been a lot, and we should just know that whatever you could think of, everything is going to be better when we have a Beis HaMikdash. Everything is going to be better when this city that we see right here is going to be rebuilt. See, the Shalom brings the Saba Kadisha Milechevich, and he tells us that the first and foremost thing that we have to know from this Haftarah is before we get out of the first 3 words, there's so much to learn. The first 3 words of Nachamu, Nachamu Ami. And really what those words are teaching us and telling us is that the biggest consolation the biggest consolation is there because we are the nation, because we are HaKadosh Baruch Hu's nation. And just having a beautiful city like this is not enough. It has to be that we want to be part of it, that we have to understand that we are Hashem's nation. He gave us Eretz Yisrael, He gave us this for a reason, because we are His nation. And that thought alone, Ami, 3 words into the Haftarah, Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami, the fact that we and no one else, we are the nation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu, that alone should right away be the biggest consolation for us. And HaKadosh Baruch Hu tells us, we say, Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami, Yoimar Elokeichem. Hashem is saying, I am your God. So we are Hashem's nation. Hashem is our God. What bigger and better encouragement in the world is there to be reassured at this time that we will always we have always have been, and we will always be the nation of Hashem, and Hashem is our God. Saba Kaddish of Slonim, Zechus Yogan Aleinu, tells us that it's a mitzvah incumbent on every single person, especially this week, to repeat themselves. As we know that the halacha in the Gemara, the halacha is like Rab Meir, that ben kach nikru banim, that we are called Hashem's children, whether we are perfect or whether we are as we are, that we come afilu shechatu. Even if we did averas, ben kach u ben kach, that's the halacha. And no matter what, we are still called the children of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Once again, that's the biggest consolation, that Hashem never gives up on us. We are His nation and we are His children. Nesivos Shalom tells us that that's another point. Besides Ami, we have to always realize and think that we are Banim. That's the greatest musar to us, to tell us that we're Banim. We are children to HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and therefore we need to live up to it. Can't be status quo. We have to grow. You're a Ben Melech. You are a chosen nation. It comes along with great responsibility. A person has to watch how they act. A person has to watch how they treat other people. A person has to be so careful how they treat their neighbors, certainly their parents. A person has to know it's a huge responsibility to be a Ben, to be the nation of HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Comes along with a lot. Nesivos Shalom brings also from Reb Shlomo Mikarlin, Zechus Yogan Aleinu, and he says that the worst thing a person can do is to forget whose child you are, to forget that you're a Ben Melech, to forget that you are a child of HaKadosh Baruch Hu is the worst thing that a person could do. So we have this week the double consolation. We have Nachamu, Nachamu. This double consolation is the pasuk tells us the Anoichi, when Hashem said that Chas v'Sholom, that some punishment may come to Klal Yisrael, Anoichi haster aster ponai, that Hashem, a double lashon of hiding, that there are two inyanim of Hester. There's one inyan of Hester where the Yetzer Hara comes to a person, and there's an inyan of Hester, person doesn't see HaKadosh Baruch Hu right then, and Yetzer Hara convinces us to do something negative, the Ratzon of Hashem. But there's another Hastara, which is a bigger Hastara, and that is Astir Panai Bayoimahu, where a person forgets who they are. Astir Panai, you forget your faith, you forget who you are. And that, we say, is the worst thing that can happen to a person. So the Haftarah comes this week. The tshuva to that is Nachamu, Nachamu Ami, to that double hiding, from that double of Hashem being hidden to the Astir, we now have Nachamu, Nachamu. A person can never forget who you are. Hashem saying, I am your God, Ami, and you are my nation. And we still have, Hashem saying, we have that special connection. And it's really that emunah that is going to help us persevere through everything that we're going through, for anything that ever happens. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami. We have 7 weeks right now. We have Shiva de Nechemta. But Nachamu, Nachamu is the first step. And the Nachamu, Nachamu, the double consolation, is telling us step number 1, Ani. You are my nation. I never gave up on you, and I never will give up on you. And Elokeichem, Hashem, is our God. And let's internalize that lesson. Let's take advantage of the special privileges that we have. Who doesn't want to take take advantage of privileges. A person has a parent, you have a family member that can get you into some place that business class, right? Somebody that can get you into a very prestigious meeting. Who's not going to take advantage? Hashem is saying, take advantage. I want you to take advantage, and I'm here. I'm ready to console you. The wheels in the world are turning so fast, and it's obvious. Look at the words of the Navi. Read over the next 7 weeks, and hopefully Mashiach will be long before Rosh Hashanah. But read those words, and you'll see that it's coming alive in front of our eyes. The words of the Navi are literally jumping off the page. Look at the Mefarshim, things that are happening, the way things are moving. It's right here. The consolation is here. Mashiach is around the corner. Let's take advantage. Tisha B'Av is now. We passed. Let's lift ourselves up off the ground. Carry ourselves in a different way. We now know who we are. We know who's taking care of us. And we should all be Zoicha Taka too. Nachamu, Nachamu, Ami, the real and serious double consolation.